this is kind of a still conspiracy theory, right? So the short answer is no, chemtrails are not real in the sense claimed by conspiracy theories. But at the same time, if I ask, how about Florida and Tennessee banning it then? How can you ban that? Is basically a conspiracy theory, right? Yes, several US states have recently passed or proposed law banning weather modification or geoengineering activities. So is it a conspiracy theory?
No, it's not a conspiracy theory. I mean, when you take a look, maybe 10 years ago, it would have been written off as that. I mean, I was screaming about them 10 years ago and no one would talk about it.
And back then you lived here in LA.
Yes.
And you saw it firsthand.
Oh, yeah, I saw it all the time. I saw when I was born and raised in Chicago. Even before LA, I was in Chicago, and I saw them all the time. I used to get in arguments with my family, and they're like, nope, those are just contrails from the airplanes. And I'm like, but they don't go away. Contrails, we see contrails. That's when when it's cool up there and it's the right conditions, you'll see this trail coming out of the plane, and it follows the plane. So you'll see that white trail, but it disappears within 10 seconds. That's
okay.
That's normal. That's, condensation. Those are real. But
yes.
But what's also real is when they're spraying heavy metals out of it, and they usually do it in a form of an X. It's like X marks the spot. I think it's like something that they just like to do.
You mean two planes going like this?
I've seen that, but I've also seen a plane do their own, where they like there's an app, and we go over this in the film Chemtrails. But there's an app called Flight Radar 24. It's kind of like where if you see a helicopter in the sky and you're kind of like, why is there a helicopter above me? What's going on? You can open the app and you see the helicopter on the map. You click it, it'll give you the information, where they're going, their destination, and all this stuff, right? Yeah.
All of the planes and helicopters?
All the planes. Now, I'm not going to say all, especially with some of these contracted chemtrail planes, but when you do see some chemtrail planes on there, they will be registered in the airspace. So anyone can do this. They open the app up, especially if you see a jet spraying you and you're like, that looks like chemtrails. Let me see. You can open the app and you see its route. Now, imagine this. So just say that there's a plane, normal plane, Southwest Airlines or something like that, Delta, and they're going from Boston to, California or something like that. And you just want to track it. You see the route. So you see a straight line from Boston to California, and you see where they're landing. That's normal. That's normal activity.
Okay.
But these chemtrail jets, when you look, man, that looks like chemtrails. You click on the plane, the route is literally zigzags over an area. They're just going like this, back and forth.
So you want to tell me that there are specific planes that do that, not commercial flights?
I don't think they're commercial flights, no. I think that they're, based on my research, it looks like it's a lot of military operation, NASA, and also just smaller planes, contracted planes through either, they have contracts with through the NOAA library with companies called like Weather Modification Incorporated.
Okay.
Now, just that in the name itself, like really? That's the name of the corporation that owns a lot of these jets, Weather Modification Incorporated?
Yeah.
What are they doing? And then when you look at where they're going, they're literally, the route's just going like this, where there's no destination for them. What are you doing? Where are you going?
Nobody asked them those questions?
Well, yeah. I mean, Catherine Sari was one of the first people. I hope there's copycats. So in the film, I don't know if you remember, this is probably, I want to say 9 months ago or so. She was very viral on social media, TikTok, X.
What's her name?
Catherine Sari. She goes by Mellow Cat. She had a conversation with the chemtrail pilots. She actually waited till they landed because of the app. She tracked it. And then what she did was she went to the NOAA library, the FAA website, and she typed in the plates, and she could see who owns it, where they're going, who's in charge. And she found the guy named Jody Fisher, who's in charge of Weather Modification Incorporated. Of course, Jody Fisher wasn't flying the plane, but she knew all this information. She also used to be a private stewardess on jets, like a stewardess. So she knows like the lingo of airports, especially smaller private airports, like how to fit in where it looks like she's there for a reason, right? So she waited till this guy landed. She tracked it. This guy was spraying over her house during the day and at night. They did two rounds above her house. So she called her friend. She's like, let's just go to the airport. And she put her phone in her pocket to record. And this is in the film, she walks up to the pilot and they have a conversation and she just drills him. You're spraying, aluminum, barium, strontium. I've tested the samples. And she's just going at it and they don't deny it. They don't say.
Where was that?
This was in, I think, Modesto, California, up by Sacramento, around there, a little east of there.
Yeah.
But you would expect these pilots to be like, what are you talking about, lady? I don't know what you're saying. Like, what do you mean we're spraying? Like, we just, no, but they were in defense mode. And then they're saying like, that's not my department. You got to talk to the boss and stuff.
I'm just doing my job.
And yeah. And she was saying, oh, you mean Jody Fisher? And they're, oh yeah, Jody Fisher. Like they know who that is. That's their boss. And she's like, we've been trying to get a hold of Jody Fisher for months now. No call back, no email back. So now we're coming to you. You're spraying us. Yeah, but that's not our department. You got to talk to him. And no, basically when you see the film, there's no denying that these guys know what they're doing. And they also said stuff in the conversation like, well, the public knows we're doing it. It's it's already public knowledge. And she's like, no, it's not.
No,
and he goes, well, it's not illegal. And she goes, well, not yet, because obviously it's California. They're not. You guys might be last in banning geoengineering, but the problem, even with Tennessee, because I had the Tennessee state rep in the film, the first guy in the history of mankind to get the bill passed through the legislation to ban geoengineering in the state of Tennessee. So I had to sit down with him. I'm like, you're an OG.
And
like,
what year was that? The law passed
last year.
That's only
Last year.
Okay.
Tennessee was first, and then Florida. Florida, actually, in the making of it all, Florida just passed it, but we were kind of wrapping production, so it's like we had to finish the film. I couldn't like wait another couple months to sit down with someone from Florida. But I got the first guy to ever do it, Monty Fritz, the state rep, and and he worked his ass off to get this done. The problem, though, even if all 50 states ban it, they're still spraying.
Why?
Because just like border lines, from border to border, that's legally a state, right?
Right.
You're in the borders. Now, what about above? 4,000 feet's the cutoff. So above 4,000 feet, you're no longer in the state of Tennessee. It's
so what you can explode
federal airspace now. So the government owns the airspace above 4,000 feet. So whether it's NASA or private contractors or military, they're still spraying all these states. Even when Tennessee banned it, like I was happy. I didn't know these regulations, this 4,000 feet stuff. I didn't know that at first. So I was excited. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Tennessee's first. They're gonna have clear blue skies every day. This is awesome. A couple days later, I go on X and the people are like, they're still spraying. Like, what's going on? So what happened when Florida passed the geoengineering bill to ban it, they did something that Tennessee didn't do. Now Tennessee did it now, but back then Tennessee just had like I think a fine or something like that. Just a fine if you're spraying, right? Yeah, not a big deal. Florida said, okay, we're going to raise that to $100,000 fine and it's going to be considered a felony. So I don't know exactly how they're going to do that, but I think that if they find, like, if they zoom in, maybe use a Nikon P900 or something, zoom in and get the plates, they can find them, they can bring them to court. It's a long process, but I look at it like this, for someone like Bobby Kennedy, who everybody, a lot of people are like, oh, I like Bobby Kennedy, he's against vaccines, even though he approves vaccines all the time, right in your face. So I don't know. But he tweeted maybe 9-10 months ago on his official X, he tweeted a picture of chemtrails, and it says, we are going to stop this crime, right? Mm-hmm. And got everybody talking like, oh my God, like they're going to get rid of chemtrails once and for all. Bobby's in the office now. Yawn. Nothing. Nothing happened. He was also interviewed about this on some show a few months ago, and they brought that up, and he had to dumb. He's like, oh, I don't really know who's doing it. It might be DARPA or someone. We're not really too sure who's doing it. Like, hold on. You're acknowledging that it's happening. You've tweeted about it. Right. You've spoken about it. Right. Now you're in the administration. You have all the power. You can look at Donnie Boy and his whole family and go, hey, we have the military. This is our department. Everyone military, I need you guys to chase these bastards down. And when they land, force them to land and arrest them on sight. That's something that if I was Bob Kennedy, if I was Robert Kennedy and you were Trump, why wouldn't we do that right away? We have the power to do that. They're not doing anything to stop this.
Well, Trump said he's going to stop Ukraine and Russia war day one, right? Month 10th.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. It's all theater. They're all. I personally think, and I might be going on a limb here, but I think they're all friends. Biden, Hillary, all of them. They're all friends. Obama. They
chit chat every time they meet.
Yeah.
And at the funeral, like laughing.
Yeah, laughing.
Bro,
passing notes.
Yeah.
And shit.
You said you're gonna put his wife in jail.
Yeah. And you're
laughing. sharing a conversation, bro. You don't ever do that with an enemy, quote unquote.
It's all talk.
Right.
It's during the campaign. We're going to release 9/11 files. We're going to tell you the truth on 9/11. We're going to tell you the truth on JFK, the Epstein files. We're going to do this.
Yeah, but they released the JFK files, right?
Yeah, and it's Israel.
Who's the killer? Can you just name it? Then give me a name of the killer.
No, they just wanted to release it and say, look, we did that. Now you guys read it. And
But then they gaslight you and they say Epstein does not exist at all. It's like nothing to see there.
what a slap in the face.
Right.
Just a slap in the face.
Okay, so chemtrails being sprayed on 4,000
4,000 feet and below is illegal. Well, who the hell flies 3,000 feet anyway?
Commercial flights, they fly at 30,000 feet.
And these chemtrail jets are even higher than commercial jets, generally speaking. So it's kind of like the ban does nothing, but it still does in a sense because it raises awareness, right? It brings it into the news. It helps the normies understand that this is a real thing.
Right.
And I think that because more than half the country right now has a ban in place. They have a geoengineering ban in place. I don't know about California, maybe, but I'm sure they'll say no. But either way, even if we had all 50 states ban it, which I think is the next step, we need the entire country, state to state, banning geoengineering. Now all the pressure's on the federal government because the states have a lot of power. The states have more power than the federal government.
Yes.
So if all the states go, we banned it, you guys are still doing it. Now the buck stops with them. Now they can, they could bring real pressure to the federal government and hold them accountable for it. And I think that's got to be the next step. If the whole country bans it state by state, and they're still spraying, I mean, the federal government's going to be held liable at that point.
Okay, so this is America. What about other places on Earth? Let's say Europe. Let's say Russia, China, India, Australia, Africa.
Africa, that's one of the only there's some parts of different countries that don't spray, but as far as I know, Africa for sure is one of them that I would say 99% of the year they're chemtrail free.
Okay, why do they do that? What's the purpose? The official narrative.
Oh, the official narrative?
Yeah.
So they call it now because real quick, conspiracies have steps. There's stages they go through, right? Usually at first they get made fun of and denied, where only people like us would talk about it and have a conversation about it. We're just tinfoil hats and stuff. It's never in the public eye. It's just stuff that we talk about. And then what happens is that they start denying it. Once it gets a little bit higher, more popular,
more attention,
the mainstream they'll force their way to deny it, right? They'll have articles, they'll have, calling us names, and they have to address it, but they deny it.
Fact checkers appear.
Correct. And then once it gets out of control and it's way too many people talking about it, like present day, now they have to accept it, and they pretty much create a new conspiracy on what they're doing. So when they made that shift, because too many people knew about it, when they made that shift, they call it stratospheric aerosol injections. That's the official name for it. And they're releasing metallic particles in the sky to block the sun because the sun can kill you.
Who gave them the authority?
They don't need authority. They run the country. This is the military industrial.
But I'm not the slave.
Yeah. Well,
I'm supposed to breathe fresh air and get the sunlight.
No,
if I get cancer, I get cancer.
According to them, the sun rays are harmful, so they need to shield it. They need to block the sun. The UK just released an article not even a month or two ago saying that they got the green light to block the sun in the UK now. So now
with spraying.
Oh yeah, I mean, like my wife's from the UK, so her family, we check in and stuff like that, and her friends back there, and the spraying is out of control in the UK.
UK
right
is so fucked. I know. On all aspects, like you name it, they're bad. Fucked.
It's bad, and they're opening the floodgates with immigrants and everything else. It's kind of like, I don't mean to sound like this, but I feel like taking a step back, not even really geoengineering per se, but just a step back and look at it at the world. It's like there's no more white people countries. Everything's a melting pot now, and it used to be pretty diverse. All the countries, you rewind 100 years ago, it was Japan and Japanese,
which is beautiful.
German and Germans.
Right.
I get that melting pots are fine, but not when it seems like there's been an attack on the white race, and it's like we're losing our identity at that point.
I would say not even only on white race, but on all the races. They're trying to mix it up.
Yeah, well, that started a long, long time ago. And especially in America, this is one of the biggest melting pots. But now it's kind of getting out of control, man, and it sucks. But I still look at the geoengineering spraying as kind of a two-part system, where one side of it, yeah, it's making, breathing in metal. I mean, it's more dangerous than eating aluminum. Like no one's gonna eat their aluminum foil. They know it's bad for you. It's not good for you.
Right.
But inhaling it's worse for your health.
Without you even knowing it.
Correct. Or without you consenting, how can you stop it?
Right.
It's getting past the blood-brain barrier. It's going into the brain. It's making us lose our memory. I mean, Blue Cross and Blue Shield released an article recently, actually, not too long ago, saying that Alzheimer's and dementia are at all-time high, and 30 and 40-year-olds are getting it now.
Alzheimer's?
Yeah, no more grandpa only. It's 30 and 40-year-olds are getting Alzheimer's, and that's the heavy metals in the brain. It's causing these diseases. So they're really making the human race not only docile, but they're making it so they're losing their mind, losing their memory, having very bad health conditions from all these metals. That's one part of it. The other part of the health side of geoengineering and the spraying that we breathe in is it replaces the important metals in our bodies. So as we know, we need calcium for our bones, right?
Right.
Well, if we're breathing in, say, strontium's going to come into the body, kick the calcium out because it's stronger metal, and replace it in your bones. And that's why there's a lot more osteoporosis and arthritis. And people just kind of, oh, it's in the family, it's genetics. No, it's not. It's not genetics. It's what we're breathing in, what we're eating. And it's also, remember, it's falling on our crops. So it's falling on our food. We're growing a garden in our yard, and the metal just falls every day, every night onto our plants, and lands in our water, our drinking water. So we're eating it, we're drinking it, we're breathing it
Without getting any consent. Okay, so guys, there is one issue that I have to address. I believe YouTube is going to demonetize this video and even try to erase it. So it's crucial, if you are still watching this, if you're still seeing this right now, please like this video, share with all your friends, peers, and loved ones. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, and please leave a comment below. Guys, I don't have any sponsors. I'm not trying to sell you NFTs, crypto scams, and everything in between. So please, your contribution, your free contribution by subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting below helps my channel a lot. And please watch this video till the very end. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Not all the states are covered, not all the cities, towns, villages, or let's say regions are covered with chemtrails, right?
It's kind of hard to say it that way because
I told you we live in the valley. It's
yeah,
like
tell them.
98% of the sky is like perfect blue, like right now. Maybe 2 days, 3 days, up to 10 days in a year, I can see that there are chemtrails.
Sure.
But I have a friend in Newport Beach. He's always posting every day the stories, and it always shows like checkers.
Yeah.
Covered with chemtrails.
Now think about. I'm not trying to make you feel bad about this.
Right.
But think about it this way. And I'm not the best with geography out here per se in California, but say Newport Beach, you said they're spraying, right?
Yes.
Now, again, correct me if I'm wrong with the geography side of it. I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation here. They're spraying in Newport Beach, so that's 20,000 feet to 40,000 feet up. Those checkers, as you're saying, they're high up in the sky.
Yes.
By the time that they start coming down, you don't see it.
Right.
And then it falls on your house. So it could be clear blue sky for you, sure. But the chemtrails over there that they're bringing in, they start falling down.
Because of the wind?
Correct. And same with the other side. They're going that way. So they're as long as it's spraying anywhere around you, it's going to land all over the place. They're spraying all over the country. So I mean, they could even have these patterns where it goes to the next state. And I always say that too. I'll look it up like, man, look at that big X in the sky, chemtrails, and I think about it. I don't look at that X above, say my house and go, oh man, they're spraying us. Because they're not. That's not landing on my house.
Where does the wind blow?
It's not landing on my house. By the time it disintegrates where you can't even see it, these are micro particles. Mm-hmm. It's landing God knows where, and who's getting affected by that. It's the same on the reverse effect. When someone's spraying 100 miles east of me and it's coming towards me, they're not going to see it coming by the time it disintegrates, and it's still landing on my property where you can't see it. And now they're spraying at night a lot. They're spraying, past midnight. They're spraying.
But it's the same thing with the CO2, right? We pay a lot of attention here for the CO2, European Union as well, but at the same time, Russia, China, India, they do those CO2 emissions that, with the help of the wind, it covers all the planet.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Plane.
right, we're gonna touch on that a little bit later.
No worries.
Who are the people that are spraying?
What the fuck is going on right now? Those are just contrails from the airplanes, and I'm like, but they don't go away. This is being forced. It's coming in every which way. And we're eating it, we're drinking it, we're breathing it. So she started asking questions, and they were grilling her. They were like, we're gonna put you in an insane asylum. Who's gonna take care of your daughter?
Why he's not in jail? People fucking died.
Well, it's revelation of the method. They just told you what they're doing, and silence is consent. So there's a barrier above us. Some people think it's like a dome. I think it's more of like a toroidal field, energetic, where you can't pass, you can't get through. They tried with the missiles. They knew exactly that they can't get out of here. So they have to fake it. They have to create NASA. They have to pretend and put fisheye lenses on their cameras to take a straight horizontal line and bend it evenly. But Neil deGrasse Tyson said, you don't see the curvature of the Earth, where it's scraping, it's surfing on the water above, and you see the ripples of water coming from behind it. Hold on, if you're going into space, why don't you just go straight up? In level with me, we had to sneak into NASA's facility. You're not a fucking hero to us, you're a fraud. Right. And we're going to question you to your face. I want to fuck with them because they've lied to us. Right. And I'm sick of the lies. They should not be dealt with courtesy and respect anymore. I want to bombard these motherfuckers and actually go up to them and be like, you are a liar. We all know